So Joe Flacco was asked after the game about the receiving core, and would he like another chance to get a start here?
I think anytime you get a little taste of playing football, you want to keep that going for as long as possible.
It seemed like you revived Elijah. This was his best game. Did you feel that was clicking for you?
Hey, obviously with Amari going out, guys need to step up. And, I'm just trying to run the offense the way that it needs to be ran. And if those guys are in those situations and are getting open, then they should get the ball. So, listen, Elijah has a lot of talent, and especially when he can kind of get involved early, he shows, a lot of juice throughout the game.
How much did you guys miss Amari when he had to leave?
Well, listen, I think it's tough to put your finger on exactly how much, but listen, he's definitely a receiver that kind of pops off the screen at you. I've been at home watching all year, and when the Browns games come on, yeah, you definitely notice him. So, like I said, it's tough to kind of measure that in a game like this, but he is a really good player.
And Tyler, keep in mind he went out and the offense still somewhat effective.
Yeah, and I think that's what was really encouraging. And like I said yesterday, I was not surprised by the game that Elijah Moore had because they played together in New York, and the Jets had a lot of quarterback issues last year. But even when Joe Flacco came to the lineup for them, that's when Elijah Moore played his best. And his best game as a Brown is with Joe Flacco in the lineup. I mean, he had 12 targets yesterday, 83 yards, 4 catches. I mean, he was the Browns' leading receiver statistically yesterday, which was encouraging to see. I will say, though, Dave, the one thing that if Amari Cooper can't play this week, I mean, you're probably going to call up Austin Watkins from the practice squad. But, I mean, you're just dangerously thin at wide receiver. And just continue. Kevin Stefanski, what he's done all year and did really well on Sunday, it's just making throws easy for Flacco. I mean, there are plenty of throws that Joe Flacco made that Kevin Stefanski just dialed up, really easy throws. And I think that's what you want to see. And like Joe Flacco said, I mean, once you get a taste of starting, you want to do it again. There's no reason for me, Dave, why Joe Flacco shouldn't start the rest of the year. I know there were some positives that we saw from DTR. He brings a mobility factor. But what Joe Flacco brings to this team, he brings a calmness and a demeanor about him with that Super Bowl winning experience that he has, that no matter what the situation, he can go out there and deliver for you. I mean, this guy has been with the Browns not even 2 full weeks. And up until the fourth quarter, had an opportunity to win this game for the Browns on the road with not being around these guys very much. I think Joe Flacco needs to start for the Browns moving forward. And even just having his presence in this offense is really key for them moving forward. So there's no reason he needs to start for the rest of the season. I like DTR. There's definitely some flashes there. But I think also Kevin Stefanski not naming a starter, make Jacksonville prepare it for DTR and Joe Flacco, because that's 2 different play styles that you do have to prepare for as a defensive coordinator.
I think DTR is a developmental guy that you like what you see, you want to see more of it. Right now, you're fighting to not only get into the playoffs, but potentially there's still very much a possibility that they can host some playoff games if they can defeat Jaguars and Texans. They get right back in the thought process of being one of those top seeds that gets a home playoff game.